Hey there folks, Jay Barino here, continuing StarCraft Mass Recall, a StarCraft Brood War remake and StarCraft 2. We're heading into Norad 2. I actually quite like this mission. Let's watch the cinematic first. The downing of Norad 2. Confederate command ship, Norad 2, high orbit, Antigua Prime. Cool, so down goes Norad 2. It didn't even look like it was defending itself. Wasn't even shooting. Probably didn't have the budget for that. Alright, secret staging area, Antigua Prime colony. You know what's interesting? In a lot of Zerg cinematics, you see Guardians, and they seem to move so fast, but in-game, they're just slow as molasses. It's always an interesting disconnect there, in my opinion.
It appears that the Confederates are in a state of panic about the Antiguan revolt. I'm picking up a high number of Confederate transmissions going back and forth between their outposts and their headquarters on Tarsonis. Most of the transmissions are heavily coded, but wait, here's something.
There's a General Duke calling from Alpha Squadron flagship Norad 2. We've crash-landed and are being hit hard by the Zerg. Request immediate backup from anyone receiving this signal. Repeat, this is a Priority 1 distress call.
Zerg? Here? Serves them right. About time they got a taste of what it's like to be in there mixing it up.
Jim, I want you to move in and save that base.
I'm positive I didn't hear that right.
Arcturus, have you lost your mind?
Listen, I know Duke's a cold-hearted bastard, but an entire colony shouldn't have to suffer for that. Besides, a Confederate general could prove to be a powerful ally. This is an opportunity we cannot miss.
I don't like this at all.
I'm not asking you to like it. I'm asking you to do it.
Yes, sir.
Great. Let's get this over with.
Alright, protect battlecruiser Norad 2, bring Rainer and 2 dropships to Norad 2. And I have to say, I can't really fault Menk's strategy here. I think this is a good move. Norad 2 crash site, Antiguan Wilderness. Really? This is all you could send us, Arcturus? Jeez. Okay, so lead with Jim. Let's get in there. Make sure we move up with the SCVs too. We want to get them mining as soon as possible. So taking a little bit of damage here, not a big deal. Let's move on in right away. No, don't attack that. Let's start repairing this because it's on fire. As long as it's not on fire, that's good. Now get mining. A Terran building with hit points in the red will burn down unless it's repaired. Alrighty, and then here's Norad 2. Let's head on up here and make sure that we put these guys in bunkers right away. Put the Goliaths on hold position, actually. We don't want them accidentally walking up the ramp and dying.
If we're doing this, we better hurry. That ship won't last long against those Zerg.
Right, so I think we're good. I always like to go over there and put the Marines in the bunkers right away because sometimes you might lose one or two of them accidentally if you don't do it right away. The beginning of this mission is slightly annoying because generally you are unable to build enough SCVs to get going. It takes some time, and then you need gas if you want to repair Norad 2 and if you want to repair your Goliaths. Let's go ahead and load this up. We loaded up this bunker up here. Let's set up a few spider mines far enough away from my base so that they don't accidentally kill things inside bunkers. Thank you for the commenters who told me that there's a bit of a bug with the spider mines such that occasionally, if they're too close to your bunkers, they can damage the things inside the bunkers. So let's just avoid that. And it really just depends on where the enemy attacks from. Normally they would hit this bunker in the original version. They might come down from the top here, which I'll defend with Jim. Very rarely do they come down here. But again, this is Mass Recall, and the attack waves are programmed differently. So who knows where they're going to come from, and we want to keep an eye on that. I probably want to set up some supply depots to cover my bunkers so that we can funnel the Zerglings into some Firebat splash damage, maybe get another Firebat in this bunker. And for now, let's just keep making SCVs as we get started. Now, there is another base a little further up here. I might go check that out with Jim here soon enough. Let's see. We're going to need to get gas pretty soon. There's Norad 2. Just a minor inconsistency with the original map. Norad 2 on the original map already starts, I think it starts on, not on fire, it's not burning down, but it looks on fire, but not enough such that it's burning down, I should say. So just a very minor thing, where maybe have it start at, I don't know, maybe 2/3 health or something like that, so that it's damaged, and it forces you to get gas quickly so that you can actually repair it. Okay, what's next? I think I want to get some supply depot set up. I like how this bunker has some doodads in it to make it look all broken and shit. Okay, yeah, we're gonna get that gas set up. I need an academy. I need fully saturated gas. I need a small group of Marines and medics to go with Raynor up here and secure this base. I mean, I can actually go up here and check to see if there's even units up here. If it's just a free expansion. Nope, there's definitely units. Draw them back down to my bunker, I suppose, if they'll come the whole way. Yeah, they're not leashing. Man, the range on Firebats is pretty decent. I noticed that in the last mission they can shoot up cliffs. It's kind of strange because they're not technically melee. They do have a range of 1 or 2, but they're not supposed to shoot up cliffs. I have no idea how that could be programmed properly. Okay, so let's do this. And let's do... That's my command center. I just heard a bunch of Zerglings get killed. And they're trying to replace those Hydralisks. I should have expected that. So if I take this base, I need to be prepared to put a bunker right here and have it be filled with stuff. So for right now, we can't really afford that. We do have gas incoming now, which is great. I wonder... No, this is all unbuildable. And it should be. It should be unbuildable. I just wanted to check. We can start weapons right away. The question is, I could either drop up here to get to the beacon faster, or I can make a ground force to push through the Zerg bases. And I'm not sure what I want to do yet, but for right now, let's just start getting a small group of Marines and some medics. So these were the mines that got detonated. So that means that the Zerg are going to be coming from this area. One supply depot here should be great. That means they're going to have to go through here or here, which I think is fantastic, but we definitely need to push towards U-238 shells as soon as possible, along with just more Marines. More Marines. Marines are going to be the name of the game. We can make Goliaths, but I honestly just think Marines that can be healed, that we can use Stim Pack on, is just going to be great. Yes, exactly how you're supposed to be used, Firebats. Perfect. No need to lose that Marine carelessly. So it seems like there's just stuff that unburrows over there, so it's just something you have to be on the lookout for. I believe that units spawned there in the original, too. It's one of the few cases where there are units that are spawned and not just used by the AI to attack in a normal fashion, which is pretty interesting. Okay, probably want to get more depots over here as well, and just make more and more SCVs. There's really, I'm not really sure what I'm pushing for here. I think I just need to make a small group of Marines and medics and take this base. Though it's not really necessary. I very rarely ever took this base. In fact, I never took this base, to be honest, because I didn't even know it was here. It wasn't until I played Mass Recall I realized there was even a base up there that was pretty easily taken. That's interesting from my perspective, because I used to pride myself on knowing so much about the original game, or at least the layout of the maps I knew about. There were some mechanics I really wasn't familiar with, such as vultures taking, or not taking damage from spider mines because they didn't trigger them because they were hover, which is pretty cool. All right, get that right away. Let's get one medic, can heal up our single Marine, and then also start building up some energy because their healing is so inefficient. It's just terribly inefficient. Okay, let's keep going with the SCVs. Let's get U-238 shells. I think we have enough. I think we have enough depots right now. I do need to get dropships, though I probably won't really be using them except for the final map. Like I said, there's a way that you can drop up here. There's one small area that you're only getting attacked by one spore colony that you could technically drop. And another thing you could do is, if we scan up here, we could probably get some Goliaths down here and destroy this spore colony and then drop. But there's also Scourge close to the edge. So that's a strategy that probably will not work. So let's just keep making Marines. Let's get another barracks. Where do we really have space? It's kind of crammed in here. Let's do it right there.
Upgrade complete.
That should be fine. We can get +1 over there, and definitely want a factory.
Not enough minerals.
Factories are 200, 200. Got to remember that. Where do we really want to put this? Again, space is a semi-issue. It really depends on where the Zerg are going to be attacking us from. They could be coming from up here. Let's put it right there. That should be fine. Let's get one more medic and then a few more Marines. Rally them to the medics. Lots and lots of Zerglings coming in. Again, this is... It's not really cheesing per se, but it's definitely a way to allow your bunkers, your fire bats to actually be effective inside bunkers, because usually they're not. They're really not. Once Zerglings run in and have a really good surround, you're going to be in trouble. We probably want to set up some turrets just sort of around, because I'm going to expect a bunch of Mutalisks in specific locations. Just because, again, since I've played Mass Recall, it's not that I know when it's going to happen, but I know it will happen at some point. So there's usually basic clockwork attacks like Zergling Hydralisk, and then every so often they'll program a goofy attack. Like in the last mission, remember that big Vulture attack that came from up top of the base? That was the only one of its type as well. They just put attacks like that in to make sure that the player is on their game and can react to them. So let's just be prepared for that. All right, we got +1, just about done. Our factory is up here. I don't need a machine shop, so I'm not gonna spend the money on it. I would like an armory. Probably put that right there. Okay, pretty large attacks coming in now. Jim Raynor doing his best. It's gonna take some damage, and that's actually okay. I know that might get a little annoying, but it's very helpful for me in case I'm not looking and Jim Raynor's taking too much damage. It's incredibly, incredibly useful. I'll get some fire bats to take with me, and let's take this group of units, including Jim Raynor. I actually like utilizing my heroes in StarCraft 1. Most people leave them behind. I actually like using them. You just have to be a little diligent, because if they die, you're shit out of luck. So Jim Raynor, lead the charge. Let's move on up here. We're going to take this base. Okay, and that's actually all that's up here. We can actually start attacking some of this stuff from the high ground. What I'm going to do is leave these units right here so that I can set up a second bunker right about there. And then I'm going to send another SCV up to take this base, and then when I have enough money, I'll build the command center, and then I'm going to start getting my mech weapons. I think I'm on a good pace right now to complete this mission on time. It's just the enemy attacks could start ramping up to a pretty ridiculous degree, so we want to be prepared for that. Okay, so we can start... Gotta actually hotkey this and then start scanning around. So we're gonna have to push through this very, very large group of enemy bases. There's an orange base up there that I may just leave. You don't have to wipe out all the enemy bases, but if you don't, you have to make sure you leave enough at home to stay defended. Okay, so let's do this. And then make a turret right there. Again, there's an expectation that there's going to be Mutalisks, so as long as we put a few turrets around, they'll buy us some time. That's the most important part. Let's go ahead and get vehicle weapons. We're going to need a starport. And then let's start making more and more Marines. So these Hydralisks that are attacking here are exclusively there. They're just going to keep coming. Because I think they have the bully trigger set, which just means once you kill them, the enemy will reinforce them as much as possible, which is sort of a pain in the ass, but that's okay. More and more Marines. Probably have enough. I get one more medic. That's probably enough medics to make Stim viable. And just spend all my money right now. We have a decent amount of SCVs, more SCVs than we need. I might transfer some of these once this is done up here. Go ahead and set up a couple turrets here, just in case. And again, I can utilize this high ground to get rid of this defense. Okay, we don't want the SCVs to die. Oh, the Goliaths all went down. Oh, I F2'd them. I F2'd those Goliaths. That definitely adds some urgency to this mission, without a doubt.
Our SCVs are under attack.
No, 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 what are you doing? Once again, like I was saying, now there's some urgency to this mission. I must have accidentally had those selected. Okay, well, that means it's about time to at least start pushing and seeing what we can destroy. Jim Raynor, I might leave. I don't think there's much of a reason to bring Jim on this attack. I mean, I bring him on small excursions, but not on the main attack. We'll leave him at home. He can help us defend. Let's get more SCVs mining up here. Get another turret over here, and hopefully that will be enough to allow us to survive. Okay, so let's hotkey up here. And we can move some of these SCVs. I think just like 4 or 5 should be good enough. Yeah, so this is bad. It really depends on how hard they're going to be pushing at us. Okay, we're doing well against these Zergling attacks, that's for sure. We've got vehicle weapons coming up. I'll get vehicle plating, and just minerals is what we need. So that's why I'm willing to be spending more money just exclusively on SCVs at this point to saturate this base, and then we can reinforce like crazy.
Base is under attack.
Okay, they're sending Hydralisks from up here. Of course they are. So let's make one bunker up here. We can send Jim up just to clean this up. They really, 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 really exclusively want to be reinforcing these two Hydralisks. That's honest to God what this is all about. That's it. It's a little frustrating. Okay, so that's good. We don't need gas for really any reason at all. Let's go ahead and toss these guys into the bunker. So another little touch that's been in there since version 5 is you'll notice that every time we build a unit, there's a small chance that they'll come out as an Alpha Squadron unit, which I think is very cool. Okay, that's all loaded up. You get back to mining. Again, I don't need gas. We're going to need a control tower. Let's go ahead and hotkey this, and we may have enough here. I want to make sure that we have enough that when we start pushing, we can actually make a dent. There's a good amount of stuff here with sunken colonies. You know what? I really think we do have enough. We will lose some Marines, but ultimately I think that this amount of units is good. We want to be able to push through here. Unfortunately, it looks like Blue was on their way to attack us, so we're going to take a little extra damage from them.
Add-on complete.
Okay, we made a push through this original location. And, I see what happened. My comset stations were not hotkeyed properly. Okay, so keep making lots and lots of Marines. This is where we start spending all of our money as fast as possible, and we want to start getting rid of their tech. If we get rid of their, not their tech, but their production, and, well, both, really. But the faster we can get rid of that kind of stuff, the better situation we'll be in, as you can imagine. Let's grab 1 or 2 SCVs so that they can come up here and heal our Goliaths, because they are in danger of dying. As you can see, again, the computer is hamstrung by being able to build stuff. The computer is definitely hamstrung by that. So if you can take out their production, like we're taking Blue partly out of the fight right now. I'm going to quick save because we seem to be in good shape, assuming that General Duke's forces can hold out. It's not looking too good, but he might be able to. Okay. And this looks like their main production right here. Let's go ahead and get a few more medics, because it looks like a few of mine died, and then just more Goliaths. Might even get some vultures, who knows. It really just depends on what we can expect from the enemies here. I don't know what these SCVs are trying to do. So there must be another hatchery up there. It might be worth my time to go and destroy that. Yeah, so as you can see, all these drones are coming out of nowhere. Yeah, because they're trying to mine here and return to another hatchery. So let's kill as many of those as possible before they rebuild. Get rid of their Hydra Den, and let's see. Yep, there. Oh, okay. Well, I see this group here, and the fact that I know it's here. Let's make sure we keep it scanned, draw them to us. If I can take out this large Mutalisk attack before they come to me, we're in great shape. So let's throw down a stim. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So now we don't have to worry about those Mutalisks coming to me. I'm gonna move up here and destroy the other Blue base. Let's go ahead and stop, move up this ramp. It doesn't look like they can mine from this base, but this is where they're building. If we could take this out and stop them from making drones, then Blue is done. Okay, and let's just keep making lots and lots and lots of Marines. Okay, so Blue should be done, and then we'll start pushing towards Orange. Well, Blue isn't done. They have a base over here, but what we've done is we've taken a lot of pressure off of ourselves. Yeah, kill those eggs. Good work. So the Goliaths are great. We can pick off Overlords quickly, too. I mean, keep in mind, the AI is also hamstrung by supply. So if you can take out their supply like that, you're in really, really good shape. So did I make my dropships yet? Let's make sure we bring those along with us. So these are our mission specifics. So let's make sure we hotkey them and bring them and keep them close to our army so that they don't get picked off accidentally. Another thing I'm going to do is start taking out some of this stuff on the high ground, if I can hit it. Sort of. Just because as I fly my dropships over, I don't want them dying. Okay. Leave these guys back. Okay, so one more attack. came in on Norad 2. I think we'll be able to make it to him before it's too late. Jim Raynor, absolutely not. Jim Raynor, absolutely not. So you guys, mission-specific stuff needs to back up. This is a very bad spot. This is a very, very bad spot. Let's back up. We want to draw them to us. I could go up and kill Orange. It's very, very, very tempting. Very, very tempting to go and kill Orange. Because we are stuck on the low ground with a mischance against these jerks on the high ground. Again, I think I kind of want to just make a run for the objectives, though. So let's just wait here for now. We can just wait here, and if Orange wants to come to me... You know what? No. Actually, I want to go and attack Orange. Because we've been taking out a lot of their attacking forces. Orange is very heavily defended. Let's throw down a stem, and if we can push through this area, we're in great shape. Jim Raynor, back up a little bit. He's stuck. He's actually getting healed. We're getting ensnared. Great. Okay, dropships, there's no reason for you to come up and attack here. Yes, so this is great. Again, Orange is the one that's coming at us with these really, really large attacks. So if we can take out their production, then we should be pretty much safe. The only base that's left is that extra blue base. Jim Raynor, get out of there. Like I said, I'm using him. He's protecting me fairly well against Zerglings and things like that. Got my SCVs up there to defend him. Just keep rallying up units. Keep making Goliaths. We got a ton of cash. Now I'm just being superfluous. This doesn't need to take this long. But getting rid of Orange, I think, is going to be a huge boon for me. I think this base is largely meant to be ignored, to be honest. I don't think you're meant to really come up here, but getting rid of their production is going to be incredibly helpful, so. Okay, let's keep doing this. I noticed that the Marine reaction noise when they're getting attacked off screen when they yell medic is from Patriot's Blood when you burst into the room with Duran. One of the surviving Marines will scream medic because they need help. All right, you guys make sure you stay back. Get rid of the hive. There we go. And then let's get rid of their spire. So even if they do rebuild, they're a long way away from being able to actually do anything. I think Orange has another base over here to the right, but we're going to ignore it. There we go. So that's great. Yeah, so here comes Orange again, being a bunch of little assholes. Let's bring all this stuff with us. And I don't know what this is, but if it's a drone, I'm going to destroy it. Again, on hard mode, you do have to be pretty thorough to make sure because the enemy will really, really, really want to rebuild. So it's worth killing eggs that might be drones, little, stupid shit like that. I am supply blocked. Got some random StarCraft 2 infested Terrans. Kind of an interesting little addition. I still like it, though. I think it's great. You guys move down the ramp. Okay, Hydralisk Den down. We're very, very close. We're very, very, very close. And we are killing their drones so that Orange can't rebuild. And at this point, even if they do rebuild, it would be fine because... It should be fine, I should say, because it would take them so long to actually rebuild this stuff that we'd be in just fine shape. So let's keep moving on up. Bringing the SCVs was a good choice. There's the ramp that's going to lead us up to where we need to go. You know what? That's fine. That drone can get through. We're going to be able to complete this. Actually, we're supply blocked, so let's just wait. Don't lose the dropships, please. Leave them in the back. Now, there's a lot of Scourge all over this map, too. Let's move in and do as much damage as we can with our Marines while they're stimmed. Okay, cool. And then let's move up with the rest of this stuff. Let's get the dropships up to the high ground. There are Scourge. If we lose our dropships to Scourge, I will be a little ornery. So let's see if we can preempt that. One extra egg. Yeah, so let's get rid of some of these Scourge. And the Spore Colonies, because okay, so we've pretty much made it. We just have to get this group down here. I remember way back in version 5, there was a minor bug where, for some reason, going on the beacon didn't fire the victory trigger or something like that. It was very, very goofy. It is worth it, in my opinion. It is worth it, in my opinion, to clear some of this stuff out, just in case something bizarre happens. That Spore Colony, I couldn't right... That was weird. I can't right-click it, but I can auto-attack. All right, there's no reason that needs to be that way. All right, so let's head down here and very gently move to the beacon. There we go. Okay, great. Just didn't want to aggro any Scourge that were nearby.
angle? I'll give you an angle, you slimy Confederate.
Jim, enough. I'll handle this. The Confederacy has fallen apart, Duke. Its colonies are in open revolt. The Zerg are rampaging unchecked. What would have happened here today if we hadn't shown up?
Your point?
I'm giving you a choice. You can return to the Confederacy and lose, or you can join us and help save our entire race from being overrun by the Zerg. I don't think it's a difficult decision.
Join forces with you? I'm a general, for God's sake.
A general without an army. I'm offering you a position in my cabinet, not just some backwater post. Don't test my patience, Edmund.
All right, Mengsk. You got a deal.
You've made the right choice, General Duke.
I can't believe you're really gonna trust this snake.
Don't worry, Jim. He's our snake now.
All right, I think I handled that pretty well. Went pretty well overall. The next mission, it's either the trump card or it's the secret mission. I think it's the trump card, which I remember having a little bit of trouble with last time. I think that went very, very well. I got some pretty good statistics here. That survival rate is okay. It would have been higher if we didn't push on the orange base, but taking care of orange was worth it because then we didn't have to worry about them rolling over our base while we tried to push towards Norad 2. All right, thanks so much for watching. This has been Jay Barrino. I'll see you next time. Bye now.